Hello friends, Mars transits on 27th October from the 10th house to the 11th house of Capricorn ascendants, and Mars continues to stay there in the 11th house up to 7th December 2025. So I am going to explain here the influence of Mars on Capricorn ascendants between the period which I mentioned uh, from 27th October to 7th December. When Mars arrives the 11th house, the Mercury is already there because 2-3 days before, on 24th October, Mercury arrived there, and it will be there in the 11th house up to 23rd November. So Mars and Mercury are in a conjunction in the 11th house. The Lord of the 11th house is Mars, because the 11th house is associated with Scorpio sign. So the Lord of the Scorpio sign is Mars. So the Mars becomes the Lord of the 11th house. So Mars is strong there as it belongs to him. And the 11th house resembles the income and the social affairs. When it comes to the income, the presence of Mars in the 11th house is highly beneficial for the income of Capricorn ascendants, because Mars represents the 11th house here, so it works towards to raise the income. In fact, Mercury there also supports that cause, because Mercury is generally regarded as an auspicious planet, and here for the Capricorn ascendants, Mercury represents the 9th house, which resembles the luck and fortune. So the luck and fortune comes to your income, and also the social interaction, because Mercury supports that also. Mars also represents the 4th house, which resembles your properties like your lands, buildings, vehicles, and also your home and the place of your residence where you reside. So all those matters are resembled by 4th house, and the Mars in 11th house supports the matters represented by 4th house, means that trouble-free 4th house. And also you might gain lands, or you might purchase or gain lands, or you might purchase a vehicle, or means that you will purchase or upgrade available properties. Meantime, Sun is in debilitated state in your 10th house. 10th house resembles your profession or employment, and also the Lord of the 10th house also debilitated in your 9th house. In overall, it's not good for your profession and employment. You are undergoing a kind of negative period about your profession and employment. But it's a temporary situation, because on 2nd November, the debilitated Venus might leave 9th house, and it enters the 10th house. 10th house is associated with Libra sign. So the Lord of the Libra sign is Venus. So when Venus enters the 10th house, it becomes the Lord of the 10th house, and it becomes very strong there, because it belongs to him. The debilitated Sun also there up to 16th November, but the powerful Venus there in the 10th house work towards to improve the conditions of your profession or employment, to grow it, and also diminish the negative influences of debilitated Sun there. And on 16th November, the Sun leaves 10th house and enters 11th house. Then from 16th to 26th November, Venus will be there in the 10th house solely, and becomes more powerful, and that is highly positive for your profession or employment. Meantime, Jupiter is in exalted state in your 7th house. It will stay there up to 5th December 2025. So the exalted Jupiter leads to many positive things because it can aspect the 11th house. So 11th house I mentioned earlier, 11th house represents the income and social affairs. So as the exalted Jupiter aspects on 11th house, that will be benefited to your income and social relationships positively. And on the other hand, that 7th house resembles your marriage. For the unmarried people who are expecting to be married, then that resembles your marriage, and also for the married people, it resembles married life and the spouse. And for those people who are not officially married but living together, then those relationships and those partnerships also comes under 7th house. But now the Jupiter is in exalted state there, means it's highly positive for all those matters resembled by 7th house. Also, it can diminish those negative influences exerted by Saturn and also debilitated Sun, and also the Rahu and Ketu in the 2nd house and 8th house respectively. Because the Rahu in the 2nd house means that problems for your married life or family life, because it will not be consistent, a peaceful situation there, and it disturbs your savings and wealth, because it makes you difficult to save money, the Rahu in your 2nd house. And also you have to be very cautious about your speech when you uh, talk wisely. And the Ketu is in your 8th house, leading to illnesses or diseases, and also it's not good for your marriage, for married life, and so you have to be cautious on those matters. For the time being, Jupiter uh, overpowers many of those negative situations up to 5th December 2025. In between 11th November 2025 to 11th March 2026, exalted Jupiter retrogrades. So during that period, some of the positive influences of Jupiter might get delayed or disturbed, but don't worry, still the exalted Jupiter might be able to exert uh, more or much of its uh, positive influences. So this is the common astrology reading for the Capricorn ascendants with regard to the transit of Mars. But when it comes to your personal birth chart reading, that means personalized birth chart reading, or your birth chart reading based on your uh, birth chart, that will be more accurate and more personalized. So to get that birth chart reading, which is based on your birth chart, you have to consult an astrologer, because your birth chart means uh, the exact positioning of planets is recorded there, mentioned there. So your birth chart shows the exact positioning of planets at the time of your birth. So it's like a screenshot of the sky at that time. The birth chart shows the destiny, the possible destiny, but it's not fixed. You can change it in your favor. So you can use the guidance of astrology, uh, get the clues about your future, because astrology guides you by forecasting the negative or positive things to come ahead in your future. So once you knew them early, you can prepare well early, and you can plan well early, and then execute them to eradicate or to diminish the negative influence to come ahead, and also to get the maximum use of the positive influence to come ahead. So use the astrology to show you the pathway to your success.